You passed me for 1 week.
Yes.
You passed me for 1 week.
You're gonna feel like a Cowboys fan tonight. You're gonna have glory when it doesn't fucking matter because at the end I will have the championship.
I've ruled this league all season so far.
Wow.
You got
just
1
like
week.
the
You got
Cowboys.
1 week. You got 1 week. You got 1 week.
Phil, I love that you. I love that you've become what you hate. It's so satisfying. You've become what you hate. I love it. It's delicious.
You know what I hate? You know what I hate? I hate that Doug Peterson to get Coach of the Year last year because look where his team is and look where your team is. That's what I hate. That's what I hate. Because he should have got Coach of the Year last year. If he was a big market leak, he would have. You got to.
Isn't that the story of the Jaguars? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Isn't that the whole fucking MO of the Jaguars?
Woulda, shoulda won the Coach of the Year, and we did win our division. By the way,
you guys have lost so much shit. You don't even know what you should have won. You're stammering. You don't even know what you should have won. You guys have lost so much shit. You've lost fucking track. Now, hold on. Think holy thoughts while I go kiss my wife.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Minorities podcast, your home for not-so-expert analysis, and as some of you guys will find out, obnoxious Jags fans. I'm your host, JC, your resident Titans fan, and joining me this week are...
6 minutes off of my face. My bad.
Very professional. Very professional.
Wow. This fucking asshole.
Let's just move on. Nori?
And this is Nori, your future champion of the Pick'em League. Like I'm known to do. Be a fucking winner.
Good evening, DJ here. I actually came across, believe it or not, somebody else who thinks putting mayonnaise in coffee is a good idea. And I called him a fucking loser and knocked his coffee on the ground.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, he deserved it.
All right, Phil. Go for it.
Oh, it was my turn already?
Yes.
All right. Well,
we saved the worst for last.
Coolest motherfucker you know. Rookie of the Year. Winner of 14 games this last week. And Jaguar fan. Potentially the best team in the AFC. This is Phil.
Full disclaimer.
Motherfucker's like 46 years old talking about Rookie of the Year.
Phil may or may not have a bit to drink tonight to celebrate, but the man has been on a high.
I'm a big fan of Drunk Phil.
Yeah, it's great. It really is.
Coolest motherfucker you know. JC can tell you that's why we're still friends.
I like how he says, though, potentially the best day in the AFC, because that's all the Jaguars have ever been. It's just full of potential, right?
As opposed to you guys, huh?
Okay. Yes, we're going to recap Week 9. We are at the midpoint of the NFL season, so we're going to look back and see how our preseason predictions have come along up to this point. We'll overreact to a few things and then make our predictions for Week 10. And full disclaimer, Phil's already let us know he's going to talk a whole bunch of shit, and you're about to find out why. So, real quickly, though, before we get into that, I just want to point out this little bit of sports news. So far, the Clippers are 0-2 with James Harden, and I'm not surprised. All right, so.
So kind of petty.
I love it.
It's like this hatred towards him already.
It's so fun.
He really does. You would think like James Harden like fucking raped him in a bathroom somewhere. Like he hates this fucking guy.
Hey, I want to remind y'all, I'm the only one who picked the Spurs to win the West. Just going to reiterate that pick.
It's not been looking like that the past few games, buddy.
I was going to
had the
defensive player of the year.
Hey Phil, had the Spurs do tonight? Had the Spurs do tonight?
God. It was ugly tonight.
Say it.
It was ugly tonight.
Say it.
He's a rookie. Defensive Player of the Year, still candidate for that.
Yeah, you look, honestly, since the Spurs blew that big ass lead to Toronto at home on Sunday, they've started looking like the Spurs from last year. It's not fun to watch. So, get your head out of your ass.
They're young. They're a young team. You guys gotta temper expectations. They're a super young team.
Yeah, I know, but then to blow a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter to Toronto, come on. That's just not something.
Toronto's not some fucking scrub team, fella.
Oh, I know, but that's just the frustrating part of me. Like, at this level, you shouldn't be blowing
a big league.
So yeah,
they've got the potential.
You get blown out by the Knicks, so it's like
when you get ahead by that much, and then you lose it at the end.
Oh, that's bad. I don't know. That's bad. I agree.
Yeah, that was frustrating to watch. So. All right, on to the NFL, on to Week 9, and yes, here we go. Phil,
who won last week?
14-0, the first time ever somebody on the Sports Minorities podcast has got a perfect week of picks. Rob,
good job, Phil.
Who may or may not join us if he wakes up, and Chicken Wing went 10-4. Nori 9-5, myself 8-6, and DJ 7-7. Yeah. So. With that, Phil now is in first place overall with 86 correct picks. Nori is at 83, Chicken Wing at 80, Rob 75, DJ 74, and I'm at 73. So,
with that, I want to say something real quick.
Okay.
All right. Go for it. So this is serious. This is something serious. Hey, stop laughing. It's not funny.
Okay.
So it's Veterans Day weekend. I'm Marine because I am the non-minority in this group.
Yes.
I'm the whitest of the white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired motherfucker. But
the American dream.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what I was getting at.
Not like those fucking mutts.
What I was getting at.
He's what George Washington envisioned. Go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Not my America.
Aside from you mutts who didn't get 14-0 this week.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Us mutts.
Aside
Us
from you
mutts
mutts
can't stand up to Caucasian perfection.
Well,
of course.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, apparently not. Not when I pick 14. You don't. So let me finish.
It's true.
Well. We don't have blue eyes, so there's no sense.
Let me finish.
I'm only half Caucasian. I haven't unlocked my full power.
Hang on, guys. Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm the white guy on the Sports Minorities podcast. Rookie of the year, as I brought up earlier. What I was getting at, though, is it's Veterans Day weekend coming up. I'm a Marine. That's the minority I bring in is I'm a damn Marine. And there ain't too many of us, but
that's dope.
One of our local San Antonio Marines died on Wednesday while we were shortly after we recorded last week.
Damn.
Jules, her and I met a couple times, but she was a good friend to a lot of other Marines here, and she passed away this last week. So I just wanted to say. Jules, you're loved, missed, and I dedicate my win to you, even though you're a Cowboys fan. I picked the Eagles. God bless you, Jules. Rest in peace. All right, talk on, Nori. That's all I wanted to say.
To let you know, Phil, you are a minority just because you are a Jags fan. That's pretty much.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So,
well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
All right.
And I'm just. It's harder because I'm only half white, so
yeah.
I don't have the pinnacle of human perfection, behind me to be full Caucasian,
Well, I'm the rainbow of white. I have every breed of white you could possibly be.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, Phil, let's talk about Week 9. This should be short and sweet, I guess, for you, but. Any picks you regret? Or any surprises for the week?
I mean, surprised y'all didn't listen to me last week. You might want to go re-listen to this episode and figure out who you should have picked for this week coming up.
Yeah, we know the biggest surprise. The surprise is you get 14 fucking guesses right. That's the biggest surprise of the week.
That's a big surprise. It's a tough pinnacle. That's why you've never done it. It's a tough thing to do.
Anyway, you kind of said something in our group chat. You did like a mock parlay of what our picks would have netted if we were betting in Vegas. Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Rob did that.
Then if Phil had bet $5 on all his picks, he would have gotten $6,500. Is that right?
About $6,000. So yeah, so when Rob and I realized Phil was 8-0, we were like, what if he fucking got the rest of the games right? And so we did a mock, and then so just so you know, Phil, had you dropped a Benjamin Franklin, you would have paid off your mortgage. You'd have won at least $212,000.
Oh, motherfucker. Man, if only I could use my powers for good.
Yeah.
Yeah, $212,000 you would have. Now, mind you, these are just straight picks, right? So you would have had to deal with the Vegas odds. But yeah, $212,000 Phil would have won on a $100 bet.
Yes.
God damn.
Whew. Man.
Well, he didn't do that,
Hey,
so he's got to work for a living. So yeah.
Well, you know what though? Still the coolest motherfucker y'all know.
All right.
That goes for all y'all. All y'all.
All right. Well, let's move on. Chicken Wing, what do you regret? What surprised you about Week 9?
I regretted not fucking keeping up with Phil with picks. Fuck you, Phil. No, the only regret I have is the Miami game. I legit thought that they would have kept up with Kansas City, just in terms of points and keeping it a close game. But obviously, Kansas City's defense is different.
No. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why you missed that one. I can tell you all right now. Miami has not beat a winning team yet.
Bingo.
That is why y'all missed that one.
Yeah.
So
That's what I said too. I said the same thing.
Nori told me that last night. It's actually funny because I was actually going to touch on that tonight with the overreacting minorities.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I ruined
No.
I got
Good point.
I got a couple overreacted stuff too that throw out there too. So, all right. Surprises, J-Wing?
Surprises? No. Because the other two losses I owned and deserved, but the wait, no, of the three, sorry, I was impressed more or less with the other games that I lost. With Minnesota, Josh Dobbs coming back and winning that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about that later on tonight.
Sure.
C.J. Stroud coming back and doing his thing, having a fucking running back kick a field goal in that game,
Fuck that
of
guy.
course,
Yeah.
and then. Buffalo, that's another topic for overreacting minorities. So yeah, I mean, I deserve those L's, but just the KC Miami was probably going to be the only game I would have flip-flopped and still would have missed the 3 games. So, of course, good shit, Phil, for sure.
All right. Nori.
I think my biggest regret was Seattle. I should not have picked them. That was my biggest regret.
Excellent insight, Nori. Excellent insight. Great. Good job.
Yeah, no, I thought they would. I thought they'd be really the game would be fucking closer. They'd be a lot better. That was literally my biggest surprise the entire week. I really thought the Giants would beat a team with an interim head coach, interim offensive coordinator, all that, and they didn't. They barely showed up. So, but I'm not surprised about it. I was just disappointed.
Funny you mentioned that because you weren't here last week, and we talked about Josh McDaniels getting fired, and we know how much you love Josh McDaniels as a head coach at the NFL level. So,
the greatest destroyer of the AFC West,
especially with the news that has come out now about how that meeting went down, where they let Josh McDaniels go. Have you guys heard this story?
Yes, I have. Oh, it's fucking great. Oh,
Nori,
yeah,
Nori.
Amazing.
You got to hear this story, Nori.
Nori, you there?
I'm listening, guys.
Okay. So they basically called there with Mark Davis. They brought Josh McDaniels in. They brought Pearson, some players. And the players just vented their frustrations at Josh McDaniels. Let him know what they hate about it, what is wrong with him, why they don't like playing for him. Like, let him have it over and over and over.
He sucks.
And then McDaniels looked to Pierce, who now is the interim coach, and is like, "Can you what do you got to say about this?" And he just said, "Look, here's what I know," because Pierce played for the Giants when they beat the Patriots to end that undefeated season, and basically said, "Look, we weren't fazed by that. We had pride in our team. We thought we could beat anybody, and that's how we went out and beat the Patriots." And McDaniels' reply to that was, "Don't fucking talk about the Patriots like that. Like, motherfucker, you coach the Raiders now. Why are you trying to defend the Patriots in this scenario?"
Yeah.
And that pretty much sealed his fate. Like, he was let go, and they needed a change of culture. Immediately, you got the interim coaches taking over. Jimmy G, you're benched, and been off and running from there. So, but that is basically Josh McDaniels' last words. So Nori, what do you think about Josh McDaniels now, and how are you surprised that the Raiders let him go at this point in the season?
I'm surprised they let him go at this point. Yeah, because the Raiders they don't like to get out of their own way. So yeah, I am surprised. I'm glad. I mean, I wish all that inspirational shit happened the week after. I would have liked to play the Josh McDaniels Raiders, but
yeah. So.
But yeah, the Raiders have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. So, and like Devontae Adams said, which I was worried about, we're ready to run through a wall for Antonio. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yep. Well, let's get going from there. My regret is taking Miami. I thought, okay, I know they hadn't beaten a team with a winning record all season, but maybe they just get like this little signature win here. I know it's in Germany, neutral site, but they started to come back. But that play right before halftime, what was it? The fumble return for a touchdown, or that was with the lateral. Jeez, that was a killer, and that was tough for the Dolphins to come back from. Surprise is I am surprised a Bill Belichick led team is as bad as it is right now, losing to the communists. So yeah, in the Battle of the Cold War, the commies came out on top on that one. So all right, DJ, your thoughts?
I mean, America sucks.
Biggest surprise was that the Seahawks couldn't even get in the fucking end zone against the Ravens. I expected the Ravens to win the game, but not like this.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are supposed to be potentially a contender in the NFC, and based on their record, they still are. But that's ridiculous. Biggest regret was trusting the Titans to win a game on the road, because they don't fucking do that. If the game's not in Tennessee, they don't win. And I should have paid more attention to what we've seen this season and picked the Steelers, but I didn't do that because I figured, maybe this mayo and coffee will do something special for Will Levis. And it turns out it didn't do shit, except had him throw a pick with no touchdowns. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. The Steelers, just no matter what, we just know that the Tomlin has his team winning. And the funny part is that every game this season, the Steelers have been outgained by their opponents, and they still have a winning record.
Look at that division, y'all. Look at that division. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Baltimore. That's the scariest division in football right now.
Yeah. Agreed.
They all four of those teams are competitors. Steelers are good. I mean, if you think about it, that whole division's good.
All right. Well, that is our thoughts on Week 9. And let's kind of move into our overreacting minority segment here. And Chickling, I know you got a few. I got a couple. I don't know if you want me to start off with, but
Go for it.
All right. Let's start with the Raiders. With this new culture the Raiders have, the Raiders will make the playoffs this season.
You bitch, that's one of mine.
Figured it would be.
Wow.
Is that a joke? Was that a joke question?
No. That's
No.
legit.
No,
That's an overreaction.
That's
No, they got to play the Dolphins. They got the Chiefs. I mean, the Josh Dobbs-led Vikings, which all of a sudden seems to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts, nah, they're not making the playoffs.
There's no
way.
prayer. None in the AFC.
No way.
Damn.
All right.
Damn.
Speaking
What about you, Nori? What do you think?
What do you think?
Colts?
No.
The Colts?
I don't know. The
The
Raiders.
Colts, the Jets.
I thought I heard Colts. I'm like, what? Raiders, yeah. I think the Raiders can make the playoffs. Yeah, definitely.
Honestly,
Please
right
explain.
now, I feel like they
Yeah,
can
I
get
do
a
think
split
that-
with
yeah.
the Chiefs. With this culture they have now, I think they can get at least a split
Well,
with the Chiefs.
I'm not 100% convinced Miami can beat them. This is not the same team that just Josh McDaniels. You saw what they just did to one of the best defenses in the NFL. I mean, yeah, when a team actually plays for a coach they really, really like. Keep in mind, before McDaniels took over, the team went on a 7-5 run and made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody's forgetting that, and all they've done is gotten better since then.
And for how
I
many
did
games
forget
now?
that.
How many
I did
games
forget that.
in a row?
For what?
How many games in a row have they done that?
Well, so far one, but
How many games in a row? What
Exactly.
on.
Exactly. One.
Right.
Exactly.
The
For
Jets
one.
did
Says it,
exactly what they
boys.
did this past week too, and they're gonna get the Jets coming to Vegas as well. So I mean, I'm just saying. 8 games left. They got a shot. So. All right. My other one is that the Minnesota Vikings are better now with Josh Dobbs than they have been during the entire Kirk Cousins tenure at quarterback.
Stop
That's
stealing my questions, ho. Except mine was a little bit different from that. But go
Okay.
ahead.
That's a little. I'm sorry. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's,
love that question.
he's playing
What are we
game.
basing that off, guys?
Yeah, one game in a Vikings uniform. I can't say he's been better than the entire time.
He didn't throw for
There's no way.
400 yards and 5 touchdowns, fellas. Like, come on.
I
No,
get it,
I
but
think-
man,
no.
he didn't even know his teammates' names, dude.
No,
Just-
that was amazing. That was amazing. That
Yeah.
was amazing. He had an amazing performance
I agree.
for what he
That
walked
was
in.
great. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
for
But
1 week.
he's been, but again, yes, and he's been on 5 teams since like October of last year.
Mhm.
He literally has been on like 5 teams in the last year. I mean, he's been
Detroit,
moved
Texas,
around.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
A lot.
that's a wild question. I mean, give us a few seasons under his belt, and then we can see where he goes from there. But one
Because
game, no way.
whoever pulled the stats last week, I told you he'd been on a lot of teams,
Yeah.
and he was on more than like they said like 4. It's like 4 in the last year he's been on, but he was on the Jags before that. He's been on a bunch of damn teams. Josh Dobbs has more jerseys with his names on it as a quarterback in the NFL than anybody else who's played in recent history. He's played on a bunch of teams,
But
which is a short and nondescript career, but he does have flashes of brilliance.
it says a lot, though, when a team loses their starting quarterback to a torn Achilles and looks to the worst team in the league to come in and keep things going. Now, granted, he wasn't the starter. He had just been brought in. Not a whole lot of knowledge of the playbook. They went with the rookie. Rookie got hurt. But the dude's a rocket scientist, man. He's freaking smart as hell. And
No,
it's,
agreed. You brought that up last week. You brought up like he's educated as shit. He can move from team to team and still be effective.
Yep.
He is smart, and he. I mean, there were a couple of mishaps. I mean, there was a safety in that game. There was an interception or 2, but he had some runs, and he found the target when he had to find it. It was a brilliant start from nothing.
Yeah.
He literally walked in the door and won the game with some pretty amazing plays that he actually did himself.
But we called it earlier this year. This was the Josh Dobbs revenge tour, right? So we said it after he beat Dallas. So that's kind of what it's looking like. And the dude's got a new sense. He's like the darling of the NFL right now. I think everyone's cheering for Josh Dobbs right now. So
Like I've always been cheering. The dude has more jerseys with his name on it as a quarterback in the NFL than anybody else I've ever heard of. And he's only been playing a couple of years.
There's a lot of people cheering for him, and I understand that, and that's because his parents aren't going to do it.
Yeah,
Somebody has.
That's true,
right? Somebody's got to cheer him on. His parents won't do it. Somebody has to.
I don't understand the parents joke. I'm just saying how Winaida's not going to cheer him.
The parent, because he's Asian. Asian parents are never proud. If Rob was here, he could explain it.
Rob would explain it a little bit better.
If you were on the podcast last season, but while they showed him, he was starting against Dallas on the Thursday night game. They show his parents in the crowd, and he's playing pretty well, and they're just sitting there not happy. They're just not proud of it,
Stone face.
Never looked impressed. So
let's get back to football.
What you got for us, Chicken Wing?
Oh my God! So let me clarify the Minnesota question. What I put down was that Josh Dobbs will not only take control of the Vikings, he will take them, and they will win the North.
That's an overreaction only because Detroit is in the division. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Who do we all pick at the beginning? Who do we all pick at the beginning of the season?
We all said Detroit.
I think we all said Detroit. Yeah, they ain't passing Detroit.
Yeah.
They're only 2 games behind them.
Yeah, but there's the Vikings, and they're 2 games behind Detroit.
That's true. But they also have to play Detroit 2 more. They have to play Detroit 2 times. They haven't played them yet. Detroit might be the best team in the NFC.
Yep.
They're up there. Potentially, they could be. They could be. They could be.
Taking my questions and stuff.
Right.
Nori, what do you think, sir?
These are some crazy overreactions. I don't know.
That's
absolutely
why
crazy.
The segment is called
they're not magically better than Detroit now.
No, we're not saying that, but we're saying it. Well, what I'm saying is that now that he's at the helm, given the current talent, they have the potential to take the North. Considering they're only 2 games behind.
I don't think so now.
No. This is.
I don't think so.
We saw him play great, and now all of a sudden we're prisoners of the moment. They're not better than Detroit, even as well as he played. I still have Detroit winning the North.
As long as Detroit stays healthy, I don't think they can pass them. But
there's no way.
If there's a key injury or two. I mean, Montgomery was hurt for a couple weeks. And obviously Gibbs stepped up. But it's.
I mean, did the Vikings did they learn how to play defense?
Well,
because Detroit knows how to play defense.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Their offense is getting significantly better.
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah, but the offense has always been great. The offense is not their issue.
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
The Bills, boys, will miss the playoffs this season.
Oh my God, these overreaction creations are insane. Who filtered these? We need a fucking producer.
Yeah, they're good. They're
cut rate. We're not producers. We can't pay a guy. Jeez.
Yeah,
crazy overreaction. Crazy overreaction.
Well,
you don't think they're out?
Over it.
I think they're out.
I think they make the playoffs. Yeah, absolutely.
I say it's an overreaction because they still have the Jets and the Patriots and the Dolphins on their schedule right now. Now, granted, they could take an L against the Patriots because that's what Bill Belichick does. He just beats the Bills. But I don't think they missed the playoffs. No.
Okay, so here's the rest of their schedule. So they have Broncos next, then the Jets, then the Eagles, then the Chiefs, then the Cowboys. That's their hardest stretch of games. So potentially they can go 0-3 in that stretch, and then they have the Chargers, Patriots, and Dolphins to finish the season. So
I think they could potentially miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, considering they're 5-4 right now,
and the division they're in,
that they're in, and right now they're actually if the season would have ended Monday, they're out of the playoffs. Bengals have the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I don't think they're. I think it's a very distinct possibility they miss the playoffs this year.
It'd be a shock. So,
I mean, it would be a shock, but
at the beginning of the season, it would have been a shock. But right now, I don't think it is.
Absolutely.
At the beginning of the season, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have said at the beginning of the season. I think I might even pick them to win. I think I picked them to win the division. I don't remember, but
we'll get to that when we do our midseason review. So,
I don't know who I picked, but all right, fair enough.
So, Geno Smith is a 1-year wonder.
Which year?
Last year.
Last year.
No.
You just don't. You're just tired of him being called King of the West.
Yeah, this seems self-serving, Mike. That's what it seems like.
Nah.
It really does.
I actually have not a lot of self-serving questions today, sir.
That's shocking. Shocking.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was the question one more time?
He's a 1-year wonder. Like this year, he's back into New York Jets. Geno Smith.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think that's a. I don't think that's an overreaction.
Doesn't Seattle have like a much harder schedule this year? Because I don't remember Seattle. What bad team does Seattle lose to that is causing this reaction?
The Rams to start the season.
Rams.
The Rams were beating up people in the beginning of the season.
That's true.
They had a couple of rookie receivers that nobody thought would be that good.
Some key wins. I don't know.
I mean, it's a division loss.
I think it's just the fact
they didn't lose to Arizona, fellas.
No, they didn't.
Dallas did.
Yeah,
we said
but
Rams.
I'm saying that the fact that they lost the way they, yes, losing to Baltimore, that's one thing, but that offense couldn't do shit against the Ravens.
I mean, to lose that bad against Baltimore, that was really bad. But if we got to be fair all around. If we're saying Detroit is possibly the best team in the NFC, they got mud stomped by the exact same fucking team.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the Ravens are just that good.
I think someone put the stat out there like Lamar Jackson has won how many straight against NFC teams or something like that. That they were talking about it during Red Zone.
No, the Ravens are good. They're the only team I'm afraid of in the AFC as a Jags fan.
Right. So I mean, their 3 losses in Seattle are the Rams, the Bengals, and the Ravens currently. But all their games that they've won, minus Arizona, have been 1-score games.
But against some tough teams.
Oh, I lied. Panthers was a 2-score game too. That was by 10.
Well, that's the Panthers. I mean, it's not.
I don't think he's in 1 year at this point. I think it's just there's a tough stretch of the schedule. So, but that offense has to step up. So.
Yeah, they'll turn it around this weekend. They've got Washington coming to Seattle. They'll turn around.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then they finish their series next week against the Rams, and then they have Niners, Cowboys, Niners in those 3 weeks. So that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Bengals are back in their true form. They're back in their playoff Super Saiyan form.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Not an overreaction.
Oh yeah.
No, not at all.
I'll kind of throw a corollary on that one. Every team in the AFC North will make the playoffs this year.
No, I don't see Pittsburgh eking.
Well,
I think
Steelers. I was just the Steelers are not making the fucking playoffs. Like it's cute. They're winning games with no offense, but no.
I mean, they'll be in the wild card race. They'll be like right there, but they'll lose to a tiebreaker somewhere.
Okay.
And not all 4 teams are going to get there. But also, the other reaction before you jump to the corollary there, JC, what was the initial question?
Bengals are back in their true form, like back in their
absolutely.
playoffs.
Yes.
That's not an overreaction.
No,
not at all.
They do this every season. I called at the beginning of the season.
Yep, he did. You absolutely called that one, Nori. I picked Bengals early in the season. And
they always do this. It's weird.
Always.
Yep. Y'all.
Two seasons.
Yep. Agreed.
It's insane.
So a couple weeks ago, we talked about him. Today, we're talking about him again. Belichick is not going to finish this season as a head coach.
That's not an overreaction. If they keep losing, I don't see how he does.
If they lose to Indy, I think they are on the bye next week after that. Yeah, I think we're.
You don't fire Bill Belichick, the guy who runs you how many Super Bowl titles in the middle of the season?
Yeah, not mid-season. No,
you can fire him at the end of the season.
Right? So.
You can give him to the end of the season. How many times did he get you in the playoffs? You got to let him finish the season. And if it sucks, then you can.
This motherfucker won the division when Matt Castle. Come on.
Yeah. You don't fire Bill Belichick mid-season. Sorry, no matter what.
What if he steps down after this week? Say they lose to the Colts. Do you think he would?
I don't care what the media says.
He won't.
I don't care what the media says. They're not firing him mid-season.
Okay.
No, he'll gracefully retire at the end of the year as Bill fucking Belichick, the winner of how many fucking Super Bowls?
6.
Yeah,
and it'll be his idea.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll all work out just fine. I'm pretty sure.
All right. So, the Dolphins aren't ready to be named Super Bowl contenders. They are not ready to be named Super Bowl contenders.
That's not an overreaction.
Not an overreaction.
They haven't
national TV.
whenever they come up
shit the
against
bed.
teams.
So yeah.
Whenever they come up against teams that are either of equal caliber or better, they don't win.
Yep.
So
Have yet to
they're
win
not- they're not-
against a winning team this season.
That's what Phil
That's
said
it.
earlier.
Yep.
Boom.
if it's a below 500 team, they'll smoke them. But that's what you should do. They're a bad team. So.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, they're on the way, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah, they have the talent. They just haven't beat anybody who has any talent. Also,
All right.
All right.
The last two will be focused on the NFC East. The first is centered around the Cowboys. As long as Dak is at the helm, the Cowboys will not be a Super Bowl contender.
not
Until he
I'm sorry,
shows us
this
that he
is
can
horrible.
actually.
These questions are getting worse.
That depends. Will they put Jimmy
These questions
Johnson
are
in the
getting
Ring of Honor
worse.
before?
What?
then? That's what I'm talking about.
Well, give us
I've
some
said it
insight
already.
then.
They're not going to win
No.
a Super Bowl as long as
No,
Jimmy Johnson's not in
Nori.
the
He
Ring of
keeps
Honor.
saying that they're getting worse. Well, then give us some insight. Then stop saying they're
Sure,
gonna
I
get
will.
worse.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
thank you.
Yeah, no, I said these questions are getting worse. So yes, no. What I'm saying is, the last game he threw for 386 yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns. How the fuck is it his fault they lost?
I know he didn't
We're not
play that
basing
bad.
it
Like,
off of one game.
He's not the one that fumbled it at the end. You know.
No,
so
we're not basing it off of
Right.
one game. We're
But
basing it
that's
off
what
of his,
that's what
his
Cowboys
career
fans and
there.
people and Stephen A. Smith do. They base it off one play, right? You know, it's. I've said it already. Like the Cowboys aren't going to win Super Bowl until Jimmy Johnson's in the Ring of Honor. That's the curse. That's
the
the way
curse.
I'm sticking with it right now. So,
See, you and your freaking horoscopes, JC. I'm telling you,
I'm just saying. I'm
these
just saying.
horoscopes. Like, oh, well, he always plays good in Texas. Well, not always.
No, okay,
That's
hold on.
not
Baker
a-
Mayfield played great. His defense, not so much. So don't give me
Well,
that shit.
Whatever.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
How about the angle of the star and the alignment of the stars?
it don't work that way.
Depends on the phase.
All right,
of
let's
the
ask
game.
DJ.
Yeah.
What do you think, DJ?
Look. Basically, here's how I look at it. So when Dak shows us that in the big moments he can come through, and to Nori's point, Dak played great. I didn't once say, "Man, we lost this game because of Dak," and Dak made this. Dak played great. I wouldn't put that loss on him at all.
No argument.
But in the big moments, when he shows us that he can come through in the clutch in those big moments to win games for us, because
Right.
your starting quarterback should be able to win games for you, because your defense can't play great all the time. Your defense can't get a pass rush all the time. Your defense can't get scooping scores and pick sixes all the time. So
Right.
your franchise quarterback should be able to win some games for you
Mhm.
in those moments. If he can overcome those moments and actually get his victories, then yeah, I believe that he could lead the Cowboys to a Super Bowl. But he's got to do that. And to start this season,
Why does Mike
You gotta
McCarthy
beat
keep
them.
getting a pass? Nobody talks shit.
dude,
Nobody says a word about
I-
it. I don't understand.
No. Hold up.
Mike McCarthy, you know that's
Because
not
he was-
get it.
No, I can answer that because
Interrupt.
Mike
Hold up.
McCarthy was not there his entire career. That's why. This question
Let me-
is only centered about Dak and his entire career at Dallas, which was 6 years.
Okay,
Guys,
has Dak been better or worse?
You're
under Mike
missing the
McCarthy?
point.
Go ahead, Phil.
You're missing the point. You're missing
Go
the
ahead.
point. From top to bottom. Oh, as long as it's the owner, as long as the general manager, as long as it's the quarterback. Top to bottom, the organization is not working.
No, it's not.
It's just not.
I can agree with that.
At every single level, whether it's Jerry Jones, whether it's Mike McCarthy, whether it's Dak, none of it is good. And until the Cowboys get that fixed, they're not going to be a competitor because that's what they're working with.
And what's your question, JC?
They're a competitor now. It's just a matter of winning it. They are a competitor.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
well,
but
yeah, no one's arguing
You can't say
that.
they're a
Let me,
competitor.
hold on.
Well,
No,
which
so, no, I'm with you.
which do
When
you
it
think
comes
is their
to-
weakest link? What is their weakest link? Then
Currently?
which one is it? Yeah, is
Coaching.
it a
Fucking
quarterback?
coaching.
Is-
Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is the weakest link.
Currently is Mike
Coaching,
McCarthy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Mike
inconsistent.
McCarthy is the weakest link.
I disagree.
Why did they lose? Okay, hold on. Okay, why did they lose the last two NFC playoff games? Fucking time management. Why did they lose
Mike
2 days ago?
McCarthy-
Time management. It's always Mike McCarthy.
Because Mike
Yes.
McCarthy because Mike McCarthy also didn't pick his quarterback. Jerry Jones picked his quarterback, and he does this. He picks his players, and they aren't always the ones that work out. Zeke.
Do you
Okay,
really
but
think there's a better option
with your
out
same
there for Mike
with your
McCarthy
same
than
logic,
Dak Prescott?
with your same logic, then Micah Parsons won't work out either. I mean, come on. Jerry did some good. He did some good things.
No, he does. There's certain players that come out of Dallas that are great, but they don't always do great when they leave Dallas after that either.
Okay, here's
Look
what
at Dez. Look at Dez. Perfect example of that.
I think we can all agree at this point, the Cowboys look like they're going to get to the playoffs, right? If they don't make the Super Bowl, they're going to do two things. One, fire Mike McCarthy.
That gets the blame.
No, and two, hire Bill Belichick.
That's what they should do, but they won't because
That's what they should do.
Mike McCarthy is a yes man.
Belichick
and
retires,
here's the thing,
quote
Jerry
unquote, retires or whatever, that Jerry would not consider bringing Belichick in as a coach and letting go of Mike.
Here's the thing, Phil's
so.
half right because he wants. Jerry Jones doesn't like the contract Dak has. He doesn't like that he got outmaneuvered. He got outsmarted. So that's why he's letting McCarthy. He's like, oh yeah, it's all Dak's fault. Herp derp. Like it's not. But anybody with fucking eyes can see that your quarterback can only do so much with an incompetent coach.
Yep.
Now you have to start looking at it's a fucking small miracle that Mike McCarthy even has a ring. Aaron Rodgers should have had multiple.
That's also true. To answer your question, JC, no, I don't think so because Belichick wants control and Jerry won't give it.
Exactly. Jerry will not.
If Jerry wants to win,
no,
come on,
he won't do it. He won't do it.
Jerry cares more about money than winning.
Yeah,
that's it.
No, that's true.
I mean, you got Jason Garrett. Yes, good job, guys. Good job, guys. Great season.
Exactly.
Great season. 8-8. Great season. No, that's not going to work.
Yep.
No, every coach that he's had for at least the last 10 years has just been a coach that will let Jerry have the control. Belichick wants the control of personnel. Jerry won't do that. So I don't see that happening.
Ever.
It makes too much sense to happen. It makes too much sense.
It's a clash of personalities.
Actually, you know what? Nori said it perfectly. It's like corporate America. If it makes sense, it's not going to work.
Well, it's not going to work because of the clash of personalities. You got somebody like Bill Belichick who coaches a certain way. You got Jerry Jones who also owns a certain way. Robert Kraft doesn't try to do any kind of coaching at all.
Nothing.
He just gets a masseuse. He just gets
he's just an owner. He's just an owner. Belichick is his front man.
But the Patriots would be a lot better. But the Patriots wouldn't be in this predicament if they didn't let Bill become the GM. There was no reason for that. It historically does not work when a coach is a GM. Also, it just doesn't work.
So
how many Super Bowls? Again, how many rings does the guy have?
He wasn't a
GM when he was winning those, though, right? I mean,
he wasn't a
exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a retirement package. What the fuck ever you want to call it.
Yes, but what did he win as? He won as a coach.
Yeah.
He won as a coach. My point is that he gets GM duties.
Yeah. Yeah, what Nori's basically saying is when you stay in your lane, the owner stays the owner, the GM stays the GM, the coach stays the coach. That's when they're winning.
And that's the problem because Jerry assumes the GM role. Even though he's flat out admitted, if it was another scenario where a GM was performing like that, he would have fired the guy. But since he's the owner, he doesn't give a shit.
Exactly.
He said so much in an interview once. So
that's it. Yeah. That's it. I should say this question to be last, man. This shit's on my other question.
Well, what is your other question?
The last one was the NFC is the Eagles conference to lose.
Yeah, that one definitely shit.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Absolutely.
You should start with that.
Anybody
you should start with that.
The defending
I didn't think I'd get this kind of reaction for Dallas though. That's just like
it's literally them and the Lions right now. That's the NFC.
Do they play each other this year?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
They don't, unfortunately.
No, they don't.
That'd be a hell of a game.
That could very well be the NFC Championship at this point. Philly.
That's my prediction right now.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's insane. The rest of the schedule that the Eagles got. I mean, Eagles are pretty much, I can't say a lock, but they're pretty much almost a surefire for number one in the NFC. But I mean, that's just the beauty of it because we're about to go into our halfway point through our predictions, and it's pretty interesting.
Did I just fuck that up? I'm sorry.
No,
it's
no,
good.
no, no, that's actually
No, I
perfect.
mean,
That's actually perfect.
honestly, this is the point where we're going to look back on what we predicted was going to happen and where the standings currently sit right now. So,
all right, so Jason, before you do that, I'm actually going to give you the top 7 of each conference, so that way if you want to make a, and I'll start with the AFC first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so AFC, in order: Chiefs, Ravens, Jags, Dolphins, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. Those will be playoff teams right there.
So as it stands right now, the entire AFC North is in the playoffs. Just throwing that out there right now.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, JC's right. Yeah, currently it's the AFC North.
Christ.
You're
Much
right.
overreaction now.
Yeah.
All right. So based on that, so the Chiefs are right now leading the AFC West. We all picked the Chiefs to do so.
Yes.
We're good on that so far. The Ravens lead the North. And Nori and Rob were the only ones to pick the Ravens. The rest of us picked Cincinnati, and I think the jury's still out on that, the way Cincy plays, right?
Right.
Let's see here. The Jags lead the South. Rob was the only one to pick Tennessee to win the South. The rest of us picked Jacksonville.
Don't know why.
Miami is winning the East, and Rob was the only one to pick Miami. Myself, Chicken Wing, and Phil picked Buffalo, while Nori and DJ picked the Jets. This, of course, was pre-Aaron Rodgers injury.
Right, pre-Aaron Rodgers. So the Bills are 8th. The Jets are 11th in the conference.
Yep.
What did I pick on that one again for the Jets?
You had the Jets. You didn't even have them in the playoffs, actually, Phil. So,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Wildcard teams, Phil, you said was going to be Baltimore, Cleveland, Miami. DJ, you said wildcard would be Buffalo, Baltimore, Chargers. Nora, you had your wild card as Cincy, Buffalo, Cleveland. Chicken Wing, you had Chargers, Miami, Baltimore. Rob had Buffalo, Chargers, Cincy. And I had Baltimore, Chargers, Tennessee as the wild card teams.
Fucking LA.
Dang, we're all pretty close.
So far, yeah. So
yeah, I'm just trying to follow, but we're all pretty close as where we stand, where it's at. We all are
pretty much
for the most part.
The NFC is going to be pretty funny how we listen to this. Okay, so here we go. NFC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
NFC. I'm an AFC guy.
In order: Eagles, Lions, Niners, Saints, Seahawks, Cowgirls, Vikings.
Fuck you.
My bad.
Bitch.
Dallas Cowboys, everybody. I'm sorry.
So, for the East, NFC East, we all had Philly. That's correct. For the North, we all had Detroit. That's correct.
There we go.
For the West, we all had San Francisco. So far, that's correct. I know how that's playing out. For the South, Rob had Tampa. I had Atlanta, which up until the last couple weeks was looking like Atlanta. And Nori, Chicken Wing, DJ, and Phil all had New Orleans. So that's so far there. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Wildcard teams. Phil had Giants, Dallas, Minnesota. DJ had Dallas, Giants, Seattle. Nori had Dallas, Giants, Seattle. Chicken Wing had Dallas, Seahawks, Chicago. Remember when we thought Chicago was going to be good?
Let's forget about that.
I just want to show you, Nori, I just want you to realize how much we all trusted the Giants.
Yep.
At the beginning of the season,
we did.
We all.
Me too. Fuck me too.
We all had so much hope for you guys.
Rob had Minnesota, Dallas, Rams. And I had Seattle, Giants, Minnesota. That's how much faith I had in the Giants. I didn't think Dallas was going to make the playoffs. Just put that out right there.
Yeah. I don't know why you thought that. Crazy.
Well, Geno Smith,
hater.
Giants,
That's what it is. Hater.
So, funny how that played out, right? I mean, now, granted, we all, Phil said the worst team in the league was going to be Tampa. The rest of us all said it was going to be Arizona. And so far, by record,
we both missed. Yeah. We both missed.
Arizona's technically the worst right now by record. So
Carolina is the worst, is it not?
No,
The Giants will be
Arizona,
the worst
because
team in
they
the
played
league.
one more. They have one more loss right now. Obviously, that'll even out with the bye weeks, but
So they're a half a game ahead of.
they're
right
half
now.
they're half a game ahead for the number one pick, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wild.
They're
too.
looking at Caleb Williams, people. Yeah, so
They still, but so here's an interesting question.
Mhm.
They trade Josh Dobbs, he's losing for them, I guess, mid-season. I guess that's a strategy play. I'm just trying to figure this out. I think about trying to be a GM right here.
It was that
Because
rocket
this guy's-
scientist mentality, bro. That's what he was.
Yeah, but he's moved around 5 times. He's moved 5 times in 1 year.
But he saw Kirk Cousins go down, bro. He's like,
Yeah, but
this is my shot, bro.
but he's good. He's a good fit. He's a good fill. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback.
he's the new
I think-
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let's just be honest here. He's a guy you can insert
Nice.
into any system, and he's going to do well for you because he's that smart.
I think
Yeah.
that might be all right. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out. Yeah, I think that's what he is.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's a good one, JC.
So you know.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Granted, being said,
Oh,
like
cool.
when it comes to Arizona, they're supposed to apparently start Kyler Murray. My question is why? I know the guy's coming back off a torn ACL. Season's done. Why not just sit him
Contracts.
out? Like,
Because contracts. You have to see what he has. Why offer him a big contract if he's got nothing in the tank? If he's
how
too
much-
injured,
Does he even have? Does he have another year on his contract?
you got to see what you have, bud.
I know,
I
but
will check that out.
maybe give him a couple more weeks to make sure he's fully healthy. You know, I mean, the last
Nah.
thing you want is to, you know, okay, come on, Nora, you're a Giants fan. Should Daniel Jones have even been playing that game? I mean,
No.
Dude, Daniel Jones' career might be over
Yep.
I know that's
Yeah.
the scary
from a
part.
health point of view.
Like,
Yep.
like was he hurt going into that game? Because it looked like it.
Yes,
Why even play him though? That's the shitty part, you know.
because the Giants are being really fucking stupid and careless. They're panicking.
But
And I
he
would
hasn't
think the
been.
Cardinals
But
would've
Daniel
learned.
Jones hasn't been Daniel Jones all season either, which is weird.
But it sounds like he's been hurt all
Agreed.
year. You know, so
That's what I'm trying. Yeah, I don't understand.
so
I'm very confused.
I would think the
All right.
Cards would see that and say, okay, are we sure Kyler Murray's 100% healthy? Like, why risk it? You know, so I don't know.
So currently, his guaranteed salary for this year is only $2 million flat. He does get a prorated bonus in the midst of all that, but his fully earned guarantee is only $2 million for the year.
That's his rookie deal, right? Is he still on his rookie
Mhm.
contract? Yeah.
He's on his rookie deal.
So okay.
Next year he hits the big cap though. Next year he hits $35 million on guaranteed. So
That's his extension, I assume, that he's already signed.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, if the Cards get the number one pick, I would not be surprised if they took a quarterback number one. Although I think was it Caleb Williams, who's the quarterback at SC, has said he might stay another year depending on who's got the number one pick.
He did say that.
So-
Mhm. He
And I
definitely
will
said that.
clarify. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. So his total for the year is 16,700,000. I'm sorry, 16,007,000. However, only 2 million of it is guaranteed. I
Okay,
should've
well, he's already getting paid the 16 mil because roster bonus and all that shit. So
Right.
Okay.
What kind of idiot would take a contract like that?
Huh?
This is
What?
part of his rookie contract, though. That's the thing.
That was a joke.
Yeah, I know.
No, I
I
didn't-
can't tell with you right now,
didn't
Phil. I forget you're drinking right now. Jesus.
I didn't hear him.
Oh Lord.
Oh, man. Well,
All right.
I feel so bad for all of it.
My question for you guys on the midseason look right now: do you think these standings hold till the end of the year, the current standings, or do you think there's going to be a little bit of shift, and in what way?
There's
I
gonna be
see a
shift.
shift, but
Yes.
more so on the AFC side. I think the NFC is already starting to settle out.
I'm going to throw this out and say I think Atlanta eventually does overtake New Orleans for the division.
That's the potential because that division's so awful.
Yeah.
I did have a overreaction question, but like the more I read it, I'm like, that's like a fucking obvious question. So I was like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm not gonna ask it. So, but like honestly, like okay, and I'll explain why I'm saying what I'm saying. So like with the NFC, like honestly, I don't see Washington even being a wild card unless they're going to start winning out the next 3 to 4 games. And those 4 games are Seattle, Giants, Cowboys, and Dolphins. Unless they win 3 of those 4, I don't see them as a contender, right?
Well, if they have a winning record against
They can't even
Miami,
beat the
they're gonna
Giants,
win.
so.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. You're right. So with Atlanta and New Orleans basically fighting it out for the only spot from the NFC South. It's really just going to come down to like the top 7 plus Washington plus Atlanta. I don't see anybody else further down. So, but when it comes to the AFC, if Houston keeps doing what they're doing, they might be like the sleeper. Unfortunately for the U2 scumbags in the AFC South, Chargers are starting to charge, and they're actually winning, which is shocking. And then Pittsburgh's going to fall out. And so, between Pittsburgh, Cleveland, which is super strong, Cincy should take the North. Buffalo, I don't know what the fuck's going on with them right now. And then Houston, like I said, Chargers, and then the Jets, I don't see them doing anything. The Raiders, if that shit turns around and then they win the next 4 of the 5 games, and I'll get their schedule real quick, which is the Jets, the Dolphins, Chiefs, Vikings, Chargers. If they win 3 of those 5, then they may have a chance to be that number 7 seed. But that's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put you guys on the spot right now, and if everyone can make one. What is your bold prediction for the remainder of the NFL's regular season?
Raiders get in as number 7. That's my bold prediction.
Okay. Raiders get in.
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Is it just as a whole or just like one in each conference?
Just as a whole.
As a whole, yeah, Raiders at number 7.
I don't know how bold this is, but I'll say this. Week 18 flex is going to be Saints versus Falcons for the division. That'll be your Sunday night game that week. So
is that their last game?
That's their last game. Week 18.
Oh my god.
I think the division is going to come down to that game. So
that's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, hold up. What's Detroit's schedule? Let me see their last game. I don't know. Hold up.
Detroit play Minnesota?
Minnesota. Riddle me that, bro.
I think
that might be.
I think Detroit will have it clinched by then, honestly. So.
Okay. But if they don't.
Man.
They don't.
Bold prediction? Anybody else?
I got a bold prediction.
All right. Go ahead, Phil.
Go ahead, Phil.
Based on my my earlier picks, my bold prediction right now is Browns actually make the playoffs.
Did you have that in the preseason?
Oh, he had a
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You had him in the wild card.
I had the Browns in the wild card?
You did. You had him in the second wild card.
Oh, well, shit.
At number 6. Oh, that's where they're at now. Number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, shit.
Keep drinking until you come up with another one, Phil. You're all right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Carry on.
DJ, you got one?
All right. Yeah.
All right.
The Seahawks win the division.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's bold.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll piggyback on that. I don't see that as a bold prediction. That's a very good potential division. I mean,
There's a potential. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on in Ninerland, but 3 straight losses. I mean, they may turn that around. That's fine. That may be the only 3 losses they have the rest of the season. But if that keeps up, I don't see why the Seahawks wouldn't win the division.
You know what I've learned about the
agree
division?
with you to that one if we even the series between us two. So if we end up 1-1 between each other, then yeah, I could see how your prediction could come true because they have the never mind. You know what? I saw that they had the Eagles there.
You know what I've learned about the division?
Mm.
It's kind of a Midland division. They don't play well outside of themselves.
That's true.
That's true.
Nori, you got one?
I think the Lions end up with the number 1 seed.
Ooh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I hope they do. That'd be great.
I agree with you.
Interesting to see who the Eagles would lose to for that to happen. So that's interesting.
One of the games is us.
Oh, that's a W for the Eagles.
This fucking guy.
Honestly, I could see Dallas. I could see the Dallas beating the Eagles at home. That could be the other loss, honestly. And then again, the Eagles.
I thought they would split, so
yeah,
that may be it.
You know what,
dude? Any given Sunday. That's why they're so hard to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Any
true.
week,
that's
any of this stuff, like some rando team could be somebody else that you change your opinion. Like Also, this quarterback's great. Like, no, not really. He's had a great week.
Considering the Eagles' last 3 games are the fucking Giants in that order.
Yeah, Giants, Cubs, Giants. That's the finish.
Yeah. All right. That's an easy 3 weeks right there.
Yeah.
So legitimate question, DJ. With that, even though y'all took the L, right? I still think y'all are robbed. But even though y'all took the L, do you think that if y'all end up splitting the series, that y'all will see each other in the playoffs first round? Well, that's a little. That's the wrong way of wording it. With y'all potentially splitting the series, do you think that whoever wins between you two would represent the NFC in the Super Bowl?
Not necessarily, because I'm pretty high on the Lions right now. So I don't necessarily think that the winner of the Cowboys Eagles, let's just say series, will be the one representing the NFC. I think the Lions have a good chance to be the ones representing the NFC.
Okay.
All right.
Fair point.
Phil, do you have another attempt at a bold prediction or?
Nah.
No? All right. That's fine. Just a note, right now the playoff matchups would be Baltimore versus Cincy, Jacksonville versus Cleveland, Miami versus Pittsburgh, and then on the NFC side, Detroit versus Minnesota, San Francisco versus Dallas, and New Orleans versus
3.
Seattle. So,
baby, round 3.
Holy shit.
So that's a bye week for San Francisco. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's move on.
It's going to be wildly different from that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into week 10, which for us is minority matchup week, because this is the first time ever all of our teams are going against somebody else's team that is on this podcast. So, 3 minority matchups on the week, the first time that's ever happened. But this week starts with a couple of doozies, let me tell you. Our pick order is Phil, Rob, who did not send our picks, but if he happens to join, which I doubt, Chicken Wing, Nori, JC, and DJ. So, bye week teams are the Chiefs, Rams, Dolphins, and Eagles. So, starting off with an epic Thursday night game. You guys ready for this barn burner? Panthers at Bears. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's
man.
Great.
So,
a great game.
So you guys don't think I have a crystal ball? I have a crystal ball.
Okay.
Last week I told you that the Bears were to the NFL, that the NFC was to all the divisions in the NFL. And right now, the Panthers are going to beat the Bears. Because that's what's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Nori.
Yeah, I think sensibly Chicago should win this, but it's Chicago, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with them.
Okay.
Because I trust the Panthers even less.
Yeah, before I looked into Phil's crystal ball, I also had the Panthers winning this one too, because it is Chicago right now. So, DJ.
Yeah, I'm going with Chicago.
Okay. Chickwee's having some technical difficulties, so once he fixes those, we'll get his picks and catch up.
I'm back.
You know what? Hey, this is gonna be a fun. Hey, this is gonna be a fun game because we almost all picked the different worst team in the NFL.
I know. Chickawee, what is your prediction on this game? By the way?
Like on if Chicago or sorry,
you have the Panthers. Okay, yeah. Right.
If the Panthers are going to win a game, it might be this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm picking them.
This is a good mid-season review right here. Like, who is the worst? This is what we're all picking right now.
Who's the
great game.
Team?
This is a great
out
measure.
of those two?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think for
we
me,
can both
it's
agree.
more like
we can both agree. Hold up. We can both agree the 2 worst teams in the NFL right now. Can we agree on that?
No, I don't agree.
What about the Cardinals?
The Cardinals.
The
What about the
Cardinals.
Giants?
I
I
thought
was
we-
gonna say, Norris
No,
probably
no,
say
no,
the
no,
Giants
no.
right now. So
I gotta say the Giants.
What the
being
fuck? The
worst
Giants?
team.
What? Yeah. The fuck?
No.
The
It's
Giants.
literally these two teams.
Yes,
are
yes.
the two worst teams in the NFL.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Record-wise,
The Giants
hold
are-
up, hold
the
up,
Giants
hold
are
up,
terrible.
hold up.
Phil, hold on.
Record-wise,
Stop.
he's
Hold on.
right.
Stop. Phil, you're saying you would put money on the Giants beating one of these teams right now
Yes.
with a third string
How would you
quarterback?
do that?
Are you fucking
Tommy
high?
DeVito.
he's been drinking a lot.
Either team in their home stadium. Yes.
He's
That's what I'm
drunk, there's a
saying. That's what I'm saying. These are the two worst teams
That doesn't make
in the
any sense.
NFL right now. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
But for me, no, JC. Like my pick is more as far as I'm picking the Panthers, right? Because Nori had it right. They have a legitimate shot winning the game. I think it's more of the fact that it's not the fact that Panthers are better. I just think that Chicago is just so poorly run these days.
Yeah.
It'd be a miracle that they come out with
This
a
whole
win.
season.
Well, you're right. This whole season, but like it
Yeah.
really started to like show itself like week 4 and 5, and it's just like holy shit! Like what is this dumpster fire of an organization? So I think it's just more of I think the locker room's already lost at this point, and they're just out there just to collect a paycheck. If we're
Okay.
being honest,
The Panthers are looking to play spoiler at this point. So
they are. They're looking to come out there, get a win, mess up some stuff. At least, and a lot of this team, minus the vets, are still pretty young, right? You got your QB. You obviously need to build your pieces. So let him get his reps. Let him get out there and try to win some games.
all right. Now, Sunday morning game, and back to Germany we go. And yes, Frankfurt, you got Chiefs versus Dolphins last week. So what do we do for an encore? We get Colts and Patriots.
Hold up! Shout out to the Colts. They're letting my daughter use their stadium for their Bands of America National Championship. Let's go,
Nice.
Claudia Taylor Johnson High School.
Shout out. That's awesome. Lucas Oil Stadium. Amazing.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Colts at Patriots. Phil, what do you got?
See, JC, you missed the point of this whole thing being in Frankfurt.
What is that?
These are two, probably middle and under the NFL average teams right now. Colts and Patriots. Y'all agree on that?
Yeah.
I think
They're
the
in the
Patriots are
playoffs.
terrible.
They ain't making the playoffs, but they're
Bottom
competitive
half.
against each other. But they're competitive
Lower
against each
than
other.
middle. Yeah, you're right.
But between the two of them, it could be a good game because they're not great teams, either one of them. So it could be a good game. I think it's going to go to the Colts in this one, but it actually is a good schedule to have for Germany. It might be a fun game to watch, actually.
Yeah, but when you compare it, I think the ratings came out. Chiefs Dolphins was like the highest rated international NFL Network game that they've ever had. This one might be one of the lowest rated ones. So
Yeah, well, it probably won't be quite as big because of the records, but they're both competitive against each other. I really can't. This is a tough pick to who's going to win it.
All right, chicken wing.
I'm going for the Colts because my kid. You're welcome.
Nori.
I'm barely picking the Colts. This game was fucking disgusting. I have no other
It's
insight but
not
that.
disgusting. It's
I'm
gonna
just
be-
grossed out watching both of these teams.
It's practically.
That's the point. It's not disgusting. It's good. It's good football. That's what makes it good football because you don't know who's going to win it because
What if this ends in a tie?
Don't you need two good teams to have good football? It's just football.
yeah, I know.
You
But
can have
see,
two
here's the
bad
thing.
teams just shoot, score, run up the score, and then that's exciting to watch. You're like, oh shit.
But what is
oh,
each?
shit.
What
lead
is each
change,
team really?
lead change.
But what is each team bad at? Based on the teams they play, you got to figure all that
Patriots
stuff
are bad
out.
at playing football.
It's like I don't know. Like this could be a good game. It's gonna be a competitive, fun game to watch. Like it's not. It doesn't have any kind of implication, broader NFL, but it's gonna be a fun game to watch. Is the point I was trying to make.
Okay.
I think so. I think it's been one of these like those no defense, run up the score type of games.
Huh.
And it's
Those
up
aren't scoring teams, though. Neither one of them are scoring teams.
They're not, but their defenses are just as bad.
Yeah, we'll see. You might be right.
I've got Indy with this one as well. DJ, what about you?
First of all, gross. Second, I'm going Indy.
All right. Now on to your regularly scheduled program. This Sunday early games here. Houston at Cincinnati. God knows I can't ever get Houston picked right. But with Cincy favored by 7, is anybody picking Houston to win this game?
JC is.
I almost
Fucking do it.
I am not.
If this were week 2, if this were week 2, I would pick Houston. But since he is in, dick you down mode, so I think the game will be closer than people think.
Yeah.
JC, I need you to pick Houston, so
Not
Cincy would
happening.
win.
Picking
Please.
Cincinnati. So,
Motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Now Houston's
Dude,
gonna win.
if Houston wins this game,
I swear to God,
if Houston
JC.
wins this
Houston
fucking
wins.
game,
I'm cursed. I know exactly. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I do expect a large contingent of Ohio State fans in the crowd because C.J. Stroud's returned. So to see Ohio.
That's true.
Yep.
I like the Bengals, but I kind of hope Houston does win this game.
I hope not.
You know what?
Stroud is playing unbelievable.
I just picked Houston to win this game.
Oh boy.
I'm picking Houston.
All right. Saints at Vikings. Saints lead their division. The Vikings have some new life with Josh Dobbs. And is this Dobbs going to continue, or is this going to be the sophomore-ish hangover, right? The Saints are only favored by 2.5 here on the road. Phil, what are you thinking?
Saints win.
All right. Chicken wing.
I can't pick this game. I really can't.
You have to.
I know. Fuck. I'm jumping on the Dobbs train. Fuck y'all.
All right.
Doing it.
Nori.
I got the Vikings winning this comfortably, actually.
Same for me. Vikings got new life, and back at home, it's going to be epic. DJ.
Yeah, I'm actually also going with the Vikings.
All right. Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Will the Steelers finally have a game where they outgame their opponents? This could happen now. Phil, what are you thinking?
Steelers at home.
Okay. Rob? No, Rob's not here. Chicken wing.
Wow. Now I was gonna make a
Just going by
comment,
the list
but
I have here. Shut up. Go
I'm
ahead.
not trying to get canceled. I'm going Green Bay, boys.
All right. Nori.
I'm going with the Steelers only because I trust Green Bay even less.
All right. I'm going with the Steelers too because Tomlin just knows how to win. So.
Yeah, he does. That dude, he's up there with coaches. If you think about it, long term carrying a team, Tomlin has done that.
All right. And DJ.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers.
All right. Now, the
Fuck.
first of the
Cool.
3 minority matchups this week is Titans at Bucks, and unfortunately, Rob's not here to get his pick on this. But we'll start with Phil on this one, as myself and Rob would be picking this last anyway. So, Phil, what do you got?
Oh wow! I never pick the Titans, JC.
All right.
So there you go.
Chicken wing?
Would you?
I second that. No, fuck you, JC.
Oh,
No,
God.
fuck you. Hell no.
No.
Rob.
Oh, it's fun.
Nori, what do you got?
Yeah, I got the Bucks winning this because the Titans fucking suck.
Right.
All right, DJ.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. The Titans don't know how to win football games on the road. So go Bucks.
You know what? You know what sucks is Rob's not here for the 1 week. He should claim the Bucks.
No. I got it. Hold on.
Hold on. Look, because I
Go Lions.
before this.
Go
All right.
Lions.
First of all, the Titans did announce that Will Levis is the new starting quarterback, even if Tannehill's healthy. So Tannehill is now the backup. So, and honestly,
based on all of his how many wins? How many Mayo?
But honestly, anyone will tell you watching that game, he did not play bad in that second game.
Oh well.
He's
He had
got
one
better
good
command
game.
of that offense
He
than Tannehill has all season. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To mayonnaise. I'm out.
command is sure. I'll take it.
Yeah, lost his job to mayonnaise, bro.
Look,
Hey.
people are already selling
Hey.
Mayo Man jerseys with his number on it. That says
Oh
Mayo
my
Man.
Of
Titans.
course they are.
So yeah,
Hey,
They're all
hey,
gross. All of them.
yeah.
you know, I love the fact that as soon as Tannehill went down,
Mhm.
Mayonnaise like all of a sudden starter after 2 weeks. Like we don't give a shit if he comes back or not. This is our guy.
Hey, the offense has responded better than when Tannehill was running it. I mean, it's just that.
I don't know this. I feel as a Jaguar fan, I love to see you guys just like have no confidence whatsoever.
Oh, I cannot
Like,
wait until Levis beats your Jags twice this year. I just
Oh,
can't wait. To see.
Oh, we do have
Shit.
2 more games, don't we?
We haven't
We
played
have
yet.
2 more games.
You know,
I
all
know.
all that shit watching Puerto Rico beat the Titans. I cannot wait till Mayonnaise beats your Jags. Pisses
Hey,
off
hey,
Duval
you know,
Street.
we need an in-person podcast for that game.
Oh,
you
we
know,
probably will. So,
hey, everyone, hey, I'm saying it right now, call all y'all out.
all
We need to
right.
do
Well, I with
Chicken wings.
a little more time to prepare for this one than the 4 days he had against the Steelers. I've got Mayonnaise leading the Titans to victory here. And Rob, I don't know what Rob would pick. That's an interesting one because we know he hates Baker Mayfield. So.
No, bro. He's gonna go Lions.
I know.
Yeah, he's actually going to do it this year just to do it because he's like until he sits down because he said that's when he actually claimed that.
Yeah.
So we already know his pick. He said until Baker Mayfield's no longer starting.
All
There
right.
you go. Go Lions.
I
Yep.
would probably be picking
Yep.
Mayo then. All right.
Yep, he's picking Mayo.
Minority matchup number 2 for the week is Chicken Wings San Francisco 49ers at Phil's Jacksonville Jags. Both teams, or no, the Jags are not coming off a bye yet, are they? Or are they?
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
They are. Yeah, both
Yep.
teams coming off a bye. That's right. So, Chicken Wing and Phil, you guys are picking this one last. We're starting with Nori on this one. Who you got?
It depends on the health of the foot of Trent Williams and Debo. Because if Trent Williams and Debo are playing, I'm picking the 49ers. If they're not,
Debo's
then
playing. I don't know
yeah.
about Trent. Debo's definitely in.
All right, Niners for him. I'm going with the Jags on this one. Jags are at home, coming off a bye. They're healthy, and the Niners again. Yeah, come off a bye, going on the road, see what happens. So I got the Jags. DJ.
Because Debo is healthy and playing, I'm going with the 49ers.
All right. Now, let's start with the team that's on the road. Chicken Wing.
Fuck Phil. The hell? You're gonna ask me. Fuck Phil. Nah, punk ass got 14-0. I hope he gets the worst week of his fucking career. Nah, fuck him. All right.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I need.
So you're picking
All
the
right.
Niners then.
That's all I need.
Phil, go for it.
Well, it's Jags at home, and I don't know, but against a 0-3 in the last 3 weeks 49ers team.
That's okay.
It's tough. It's a tough pick. It's a tough pick for me.
I'm all right with that.
I gotta lean towards the Jags.
All right. Surprisingly, Vegas has the Niners favored by 3 on this, which is
I love that.
Yeah.
This is the one week I'd bet on the Jags though, and they'll lose.
Listen,
See, that's how it works.
Rob's
That's
gonna choose.
That's the guy who would have made like a $200,000 last
Yeah.
week. I bet on Jags this week right now. I'd lose it all.
Listen. Rob's gonna pick
where I
the
live.
Jags because fuck me. All right, we already know this. So go ahead and mark Rob down for the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Fuck Mike.
Yeah, I concur with that pick. He would have done that.
All right.
Yeah.
And the final of this Sunday early games, Cleveland at Baltimore. Big AFC North matchup here. Phil, who you got?
I for that one picked. Sorry, give me a second. I picked Cleveland as a surprise win.
All right. Chicken Wing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm picking Cleveland. Oh, go ahead, Phil.
This is going to be the most competitive damn division in the NFL this year, and I think this is where This is why you know it is this game.
Chicken Wing.
I'm picking Cleveland. That is a surprise win. Their defense to shut down Lamar.
All right. Nori?
I'm going with the Ravens. I don't know if everybody's watching the same stuff, but the Ravens are destroying people like left and right lately, and they're arguably the best team in football. So,
Agreed.
I'm
I
not
still
looking
agree.
at past
I agree
history
with
or
that.
Anything else? Yeah, like.
Hey,
yeah,
Nori,
I
I 110% agree with you on that. I think it's going to be Jags, Ravens at the top of the AFC. That's my prediction.
It could be. It very well could be. Yeah.
I'm also going with Baltimore on this one. It's that loss after losing to the Steelers has just fired them the fuck up. So I've got the Ravens coming in here and beating Cleveland. They know how big this of a game this is. So, and DJ.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going to piggyback off of what Nori said because the Ravens are just destroying teams, but I'm also going to add in the fact that Deshaun Watson's shoulder is still not 100%. He strained his rotator cuff and his throwing arm, and it's still not 100%.
Go see a masseuse about that, I guess. All right, Sunday late afternoon games here. Starting with Atlanta at Arizona. And Atlanta surprisingly is only favored by 1, but that's an interesting tidbit of trivia for me, especially the way the records stand right now. But as I understand it, Kyler Murray is playing. Does anyone think Kyler Murray helps the Cardinals get their second win of the season this week?
I mean, if there's any team to come back against, it's this one.
Mm-hmm. So you're picking him?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
No.
Okay. Like what? No.
I said,
No.
I said
Don't
they could.
misunderstand me.
Good for them.
I'm telling you they have to do it.
They could.
Fuck them. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, like I could get rich off a lotto ticket. Doesn't mean I fucking do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, something, right?
If the NFL's a script, Kyler Murray does win this week. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Because it's simply not going to happen. It's a dream game.
All right. Detroit at the Los Angeles away team, aka the Los Angeles Chargers. And a lot of us have the consensus right now is Detroit is one of the best 2 teams in the NFC, and the Chargers are probably going to charge her, but they did look good against the Jets. Anyone picking the Chargers to beat the Lions this week?
No. Absolutely not.
Nope. All right.
Nope.
The Lions bounce back and show they could beat a decent team.
It's not even a question. No.
All right.
That one.
And our epic third minority matchup of the week.
Yeah,
Giants at Dallas. And because
Does anybody pick?
I know, but I don't want to go through the formalities of this here. So, Phil, you're probably going with Dallas, right? You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken Wing, going with. No, I just want to hear Chicken Wing say it. Chicken Wing, who you picking?
Yeah, who you picking, motherfucker?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Just say it.
Damn it, man.
Listen. Picking a team doesn't mean you're rooting for them, fellas.
I know, but it's.
I'm confidently picking Dallas.
This is the fun part of it.
Yeah. It is.
Fine. The Dallas.
JC's gonna feel that pretty soon, twice.
Yeah.
The Dallas.
Dallas as well. Nori, I know you're picking.
Hi.
You already said it. Are you at a point right now where you said it, or Daniel Jones is probably possibly done for his career?
Yeah, I think so.
Health-wise,
And
right?
the Giants have absolutely failed him as an organization. They've done everything they could to fail this kid.
Do you think Dayball's in the hot seat too?
No,
he shouldn't be.
I
That's
don't think
stupid.
so.
I can't believe I'm reading that online. Who the fuck can deal with everything he's been dealing with all year?
Well, you know how New York sports fans are, dude. I mean, it's just how they go.
No, I get it, and they're stupid.
Yeah.
Who you talking about?
Brian
Daboll.
Daboll, the coach of the Giants. So.
Your
Oh, the
butt.
coach of the Giants, coach of the year last year.
Oh boy.
Is that right?
Yep.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, the one who actually won it. Yeah, that guy.
Oh.
The one who didn't win with less. They didn't have Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's what coach of the
you
year
mean-
means.
you-
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
who came from
You would think the guy
from
who
Oh, hold on. Let me make my case. Let me make my case.
All right.
You mean the guy?
Okay.
You mean the guy who took the team that had the #1 draft pick because it was so bad, and he recovered it all the way to win the division because the coach before, like,
Yeah, same guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what you're competing against. That's
So,
the
yeah,
conversation. All right.
Yeah, name 3 good offensive players last year. Go ahead for the Giants. Go.
Flash for the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're on that many. Yep.
Take your time. So I know you got 14 right, but I'm going to help you out with this part. Coach of the year means who did more with less.
That's true.
So who did more with less? Come
came
on,
from a
Lou.
team that was literally in
You know
last
this one.
place. Literally in last place.
Doesn't
the year
matter.
before.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You had
doesn't
the number
matter
one
quite a
fucking
bit.
pick, Trevor Lawrence, who everybody said it was going to be good.
But he wasn't the year before because he wasn't.
That's the coach's problem.
You
If
upgraded
Popovich
from
gets
Urban
the
Meyer.
Spurs
You
to
know how
the
fucking
playoff-
easy that is to do?
If Popovich gets the Spurs to the playoffs, is he coach of the year?
Goddamn right he is.
Okay.
He's damn
Yeah,
right.
he is.
He's
Yeah.
coach of the fucking century.
Because the
Shut your
rest
whore
of the
mouth.
team is not that good. Yes. Because the rest of the
Well,
team is not that good.
What?
Heck, oh my
What?
God.
Yeah. Is this news?
Yes.
Yeah, the Spurs don't have a great roster, but they
They're
really
not
don't.
a team built with super.
They have a very young, inexperienced roster. They will be good eventually.
Yeah.
They're
Hey,
going to be
exactly.
household names as long as
They'll
they
get there.
if they win. Dude, they got to break out of this funk they're in.
Hey! You know who I picked to win the West? I'm the only one who did it.
They're not going to win it, bud.
Okay,
So-
well then, all right.
All right.
Root against,
Listen, you can
against
like
me winning.
you can like
I
your
think
team.
We're gonna.
You can like
I
your
love my
team all you want, but you know,
All right.
logic has
Alright.
to prevail at some point.
All right.
Okay. Well, it will probably be around mid-season, but we'll see.
All right, DJ.
The Spurs won't even be the best team in the state.
You might be right.
You
might be right.
As long as they're
Hey.
better than the Rockets, I'm okay with that.
Hey.
Which, by the way, the
Hey.
Rockets just
I
don't know if
destroyed
they'll
the
do-
Lakers. I don't know what the fuck happened there. So yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen
exactly.
early
That's why.
flashes. I've seen early flashes of brilliance. We'll just see how the season goes.
Very
That's all I'm
early.
saying.
Very early.
Wemby is going to be amazing. That's not what we're debating. I'm debating who the better teams are.
Yeah.
There's a bunch
Yeah,
of them that are just better.
I'm agreeing with you. And it's very early in a lot of those guys' careers, so we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see how the rodeo road trip gets them to bond. So
That's
gonna
right.
be big.
And you're basing it on a couple games. You saw a couple amazing games against the Suns,
Yeah.
who I know a couple of y'all picked
Yeah.
to win.
But we didn't make picks.
Well, yeah.
You know. So yeah.
One or two
They have a
y'all
more
picked,
talented
picked the
roster,
Suns
like-
to win the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the Spurs did.
That's true.
That's good. Yeah. Good
Totally,
job.
though. All right. DJ, I know you're probably picking Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think the scores are going to be this week? Because Dallas is favored by 16. Is that too little?
I know. That's not enough, really, because, I mean, it was 40-0, and they had Daniel Jones in the game. So now you have Tommy DeVito in the game.
Best Italian quarterback since Ben DiNucci. Just throwing that out there. So.
Ben DiNucci was trash. You know it. You know it. I don't know. Let me go 35-6. Let me do that.
Get some points this time. All right. So,
Yeah.
all right. I fully expect if the Giants somehow pull off this victory, Nora will be talking straight up with an Italian accent when he comes on the show next week. Guarantee that.
Oh, I'll laugh hysterically because I have nothing to lose. The Giants are supposed to get blown out here. If they beat Dallas, who is allegedly a Super Bowl contender, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
All right. And Washington at Seattle. Seattle favored by 6. Is anybody picking the Communists to beat the Seahawks?
No.
Nope.
No.
All right.
I want the Communists to beat the Seahawks,
But you ain't picking.
but no.
All right.
Mike, are you nervous? The Seahawks might win the division? Are you nervous?
No, not in the slightest, sir.
Híjole. Just gonna say, if the Seahawks win and the Niners lose, the Seahawks will be in first place after this week. Just throwing that out there right now.
Calm down. We had this conversation last week, and they got their backs blown out, and look what happened.
All right.
You're welcome.
Sunday night game, the Jets at the Las Vegas Raiders. For the second week in a row, the Raiders welcome a New York team into their home stadium in Vegas on the Strip there. So, Jets are actually favored by 2.5 here. This one, we'll see. Phil, who you got?
Raiders.
Chicken wing.
Raiders all day.
Nori?
New team.
Hey,
Raiders,
so
definitely.
remember I said at the very top of the podcast of the two terrible teams? Well, if there's a two terrible team playoff,
Yeah.
this is it right here.
What?
Those four teams, in my opinion.
But neither of these two teams should be bad. The Raiders have a lot of talent. The Jets have a lot of talent, so they shouldn't be bad.
They shouldn't,
I think
but they are.
I think the Raiders go on a run, especially if Zach Wilson plays the way he keeps playing.
All right. Well, I picked them this
They
week.
just don't
too,
have
so-
a hard schedule.
No.
Yeah, I picked them this week too.
I'm going with the Raiders again. This culture they have is actually making use of the talent that they do have. And well, let's face it, if this Raiders team gets to the playoffs, I don't think Josh McDaniel gets a job ever again. At least not as a head coach. DJ.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders also.
All right. And an epic Monday night game is Denver at Buffalo. Does anybody think the Broncos get a win in Buffalo?
No.
Nope.
No.
Cute.
No.
All right.
No. Yeah, Rob says no too, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure as well. So, just a note, I think Dallas' spread over the Giants is the largest spread we've seen so far this season. I have to go back and double check. But
Then I would actually. That's crazy. That's like an easy bet against the Cowboys. What's the line? What's the difference?
16, Dallas by 16. Like seriously, that's a line for a college game. That's
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Cowboys, damn Giants.
All right.
What are we
Well,
talking
those
about?
are our predictions for Week 10, which features 3 minority matchups, as I mentioned. Next week, we'll recap how we did. We'll look into our Week 11 predictions, and we're getting closer and closer to the time when ESPN puts out their playoff machine. So I'm pretty sure as soon as that thing pops up, we're going to be jumping on that and doing all that fun stuff too as well. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on this week's episode of the Sports Minorities podcast. In closing, I do just want to say how much I enjoyed OU losing the final Bedlam game to Oklahoma State. I think that is amazing. Did you guys happen to see that?
It was wonderful.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful. It was
Yeah.
great.
Hey, you know what's gonna be really cool?
What's that?
Next week when I beat you all again.
You better pick perfect again because Daddy's coming. Daddy's going to remind his son who the king is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
Yeah.
it is.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see
Oh,
if
there
Bill
it
is
is.
still
Enjoy
treating
it.
like
You-
crazy next week. or if he's still
Right
working.
now, I'm Daddy.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you can.
Early happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps and a happy Veterans Day to all those that
Rah.
are currently serving or have served. So to Phil, happy Veterans Day, good sir. So thank you for everything you did.
Thank you.
Fuck the Jags. I mean, happy Veterans Day.
Wow. Wow.
But fuck the Jags.
No, I can take it. That's cool. I understand. No, I get it. No, I got it. That's fine. That's fine. I got it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Thank you for your service.
Great episode,
It's
guys.
cool. It's cool.
Once again, I'm JC, your resident Titans fan. Joining me this week, we got
Chicken Wing, the Oracle. Again, to all our veterans out there.
The Oracle. Bitch, you're not even third place. The fucking
Shut up,
Oracle.
bitch. I am third place. Calm down, okay? Yeah. Let Daddy speak. All right, so anyway. So, once again, thank
Daddy's
you.
got to be in the contention. You're the daddy who left for fucking milk and never came back. You're not even in this conversation.
Jesus Lord.
Let the parents talk.
I understand. Fucking New Yorkers, they don't shut up. Fuck! Anyway, veterans, thank you for your service. Fuck the Jags.
all right.
Now it's your turn, Nori. Jesus.
It's been my turn.
Hate you so
Play with
much.
me. Yeah. I'm Nori, your future and past and present and every timeline and every fucking variant. Pick'em champion. Congrats, Phil, for the perfect thing that'll never fucking happen again. Congrats.
Okay.
Good evening. This is DJ. Geno Smith, if you're out there, if you're listening, do me a solid and make sure the Seahawks win the division. Thank you and good night.
I'm Rob. Go Lions.
This is Phil. That's the only one who's ever actually seen into the future for a full, perfect week among any of y'all.
Okay.
I did have him do it last week.
You gonna shut this guy's mic off?
Well,
Yeah.
as that guy who is the Oracle and Jags fan, thank you for joining us.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. And shout out to ESPN and ABC who put the Roadrunners on national TV the day after Thanksgiving. Yes, UTSA is playing on ABC at 2:30 p.m. Central the day after Thanksgiving on national television. Shout out to ABC for making that happen. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we'll catch you next week.
Thanks everyone once again for listening to the Sports Minorities podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep the conversation going, we're on Twitter at Sports Minor Pod and also on Facebook at Sports Minorities. Our YouTube channel, Sports Minorities, search on there. We live stream every now and then, just some random stuff. And you can also reach us via email, sports.minorities@gmail.com. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Doug Peterson, Coach of the Year. Kind of fucking
Sorry,
blasphemy is this guy talking about.
Hey, he should have been. He should have been. He should have been. He should have been.
Hey, you know what? If the queen had a dick, she'd be a king.